If you're thinking about buying a home in Houston, you've probably heard two completely opposite things. Some say Houston is cheap, some say Houston is getting expensive like everywhere else in the world. So which one is actually true? Today we're gonna be breaking down the cost of living for first-time home buyers, not investors, not luxury people, normal working class people. By the end of the video, you'll understand why so many people are moving to Houston, what actually makes Houston affordable and what doesn't, and whether the cost of living realistically supports first-time home ownership. Section 1, why cost of living matters more than the home price. A mistake a lot of first-time home buyers make is focusing only on the home price. But affordability isn't just the price of the house. It's how your entire monthly life fits together. Houston continues to attract new residents overall because a lower cost of living than any other major metro, access to job growth in energy, aerospace, and healthcare, and no state income tax which directly affects your take-home pay. That combination is exactly why Houston is one of the best destinations for relocation. Section 2, housing cost. Let's start with the biggest cost. Housing. In 2025, the average home here in Houston is around $365,000. That's roughly 15% lower than the national average, and Houston's home prices recently declined around 3%, which is rare for any big major metro. For first-time home buyers, most people aren't putting 20% down. The average down payment is around 10%, which puts first-time home buyers in around the $310,000 to $360,000 range. This price range lines up closely with the median household income of first-time home buyers and the actual buying behavior we're seeing across Houston. This is one of the main reasons Houston remains accessible when other cities aren't. Section 3, monthly payment, where reality really hits. Now let's talk about the number that people really feel monthly. In 2025, the estimated monthly payment for a first-time home buyer is around $3,377. This monthly payment includes mortgage, property taxes, and insurance. Nationally, the average monthly payment is around $3,300 a month. So Houston kind of lines up around there, even though home prices are naturally cheaper. Why? Because Houston's affordability works like a trade-off. Lower home prices, higher property taxes. Rising insurance costs, but no state income tax. So instead of affordability being destroyed by one factor, it's being redistributed across several. Section 4, no state income tax and why that matters. One thing that often gets overlooked when you're comparing Texas to other states is the no state income tax. This means more of your paycheck stays with you. Monthly affordability isn't just about housing costs, and your net income is higher compared to states that have state income tax. This is a big reason Houston still works financially for many first-time home buyers, even with higher taxes and insurance costs. Section 5, how many people can actually afford a life here in Houston? Here's a stat that puts Houston's cost of living into perspective. About 40% of Houston area households can afford a median priced home. This number has improved compared to the previous year. Inventory has increased significantly, giving buyers more choices. Houston is still renter heavy, but a shift towards homeownership is happening, especially amongst millennials, Gen X, and families relocating. This tells us that Houston's cost of living still supports first-time home buyers, not just high earners. Section 6, what makes Houston feel expensive? If Houston is relatively affordable, why does it still feel expensive to a lot of people? Most first-time home buyers point towards rising insurance costs, flood zone concerns, property taxes, and the fear of buying at the wrong time. These aren't fake concerns, they are real, but that doesn't automatically make Houston unaffordable. What usually causes stress isn't cost alone. It's a lack of clarity. Section 7, the real cost of living truth. Here's the honest truth. Houston is not the cheapest place to live in, but is definitely amongst one of the cheaper major metro cities in the USA. The cost of living here supports local families, aligns with local incomes, and continues to attract new residents for a reason. The key isn't avoiding costs, it's understanding it. In the next video, I'm gonna be breaking down which Houston neighborhoods actually make sense for first-time home buyers. Because affordability isn't just about price, it's about location. If you want realistic guidance without pressure, make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for the next video.